Hey guys, it's me back again for another spooky video. Today's video I'm doing a look inspired by Raydiatebyracheal on TikTok, so go follow her. That's what the original look is based on, but I'm going to read you the story called Maybe You Will Remember. Miss Gibbs and her 16-year-old daughter Rosemary arrived in Paris one hot morning in July. They'd been on vacation and now they were returning home. But Miss Gibbs did not feel well, so they decided to rest in Paris before going on for a few days. The city was crowded with tourists. Still, they found a place to stay at a good hotel. They had a lovely room overlooking the park. It had yellow walls and a blue carpet and white furniture. As soon as they unpacked, Miss Gibbs went to bed. She looked pale. That Rosemary asked her the hotel's doctor to examine her. Rosemary did not speak French, but fortunately the doctor spoke English. He took one look at Miss Gibbs and said, "Your mother is too sick to travel. Tomorrow I will move her to the hospital, but she needs a certain medicine. If you go to my house for it, it will save time." The doctor said he did not have a telephone right now, instead to give Rosemary a note for his wife. The hotel manager put Rosemary in a taxi and in French told the driver to find the doctor's house. "It will only take a little while," he told her, "and the taxi will bring you back." But then the driver slowly drove up one street down to another. It seemed to take forever. At one point, Rosemary was sure they had gone down the same street twice. It had almost as long as the doctor's wife to answer the phone, to get to the door, and to get the machine ready. As Rosemary sat on a bench in the empty waiting room, she kept thinking, "Why can't you hurry? Please hurry." And then she heard the telephone ring somewhere in the house, but the doctor had told her that he didn't have a telephone right now. What's going on? They drove back slowly, and they came crawling up to the street. Rosemary sat in the back seat, filled with dread. Her mother's medicine clutched in her handbag. Why was it taking so long? She sure told the taxi driver in the wrong direction. "Are you going to the right hotel?" she asked. They didn't answer. She asked again, but still he didn't reply. When he stopped the traffic light, she threw open the door and she ran to the cab. She stopped a woman in the street. The woman did not speak English, but knew someone who did. Rosemary was right. He had been driving in the wrong direction. He finally got back to the hotel. It was the early evening. She went up to the desk clerk who had given them the room. "I'm Rosemary Gibbs," she said. "My mom was in room 505. May I please see the key?" The clerk looked at her closely. "You must be mistaken," he said. "There's another guest in that room. Are you sure you're at the right hotel?" He turned to help someone else. She waited until he was finished. "You gave me the room yourself when I arrived this morning. How could you forget?" He stared at her as if she lost her mind. "You must be mistaken. I have never seen you before. Are you sure you're at the right hotel?" She asked to see registration card, and when they arrived, "It's June and Rosemary Gibbs," she said. The clerk looked on file. "We have no card for you," he said. "You must be in the wrong hotel." "The hotel doctor will know me," Rosemary replied. "He examined my mother when we arrived. He sent her to the he sent me for medicine she needs. I want to see him." The doctor came downstairs. "Here's the medicine for my mother," Rosemary said, holding it on to him. "Your wife gave it to me. I'd never seen you before," he said. "You must be in the wrong hotel." She asked for the hotel manager who had put her in the taxi. Surely he would remember. "You must be in the wrong hotel," he said. "Let me give you the room, then you can rest. Then maybe you'll remember where your mother is staying." "I want to see our room," Rosemary said, raising her voice. "It's room 505, but it's nothing like the room she had remembered. It had a double bed, not twin beds. The furniture was black, not white. The carpet was green, not blue. There was someone else's clothing in the closet. The room knew that she had vanished. So had her mother. This had been the room," she said. "Where's my mother? What have you done with her?" "You're in the wrong hotel," the manager said patiently as he's speaking to a young child. Rosemary asked to see the police. "My mother, our things are in that room. They had disappeared," she said. "Are you sure you're in the right hotel?" they asked. She went to the embassy for help. "Are you sure it's the right hotel?" they asked. Rosemary thought that she was losing her mind. Why don't you rest yourself here?" they said. "Then maybe you'll remember." But Rosemary's problem was not her memory. It was what she did not know.